Hello everybody and welcome to this yoga sequence I have designed for you today to find more flexibility in your body and yoga practice. So hop into something you can move and stretch in and we'll get right into it. Starting at the top of your mat with your feet hip-width apart. Breathe in, raise your hands above your head. Exhale, hands to heart. On your next breath in, ground through all four corners of your feet, feeling a lift up through the front side of your body, and on your exhale, a grounding down through the back side of your body. On your next inhale in, raising hands above head. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right foot back, knee down, chest up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold your breath, knees, chest, and chin drop to mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, back knee down, chest up. Exhale, back foot forward, fold. Inhale, hands above head. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, hands above head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left foot back, knee down, chest up. Exhale, ground your hands, push back, downward facing dog. Hold your breath, knees, chest, chin, drop to mat. Inhale, flip your feet, upward facing dog. Exhale, tuck toes, push back, down dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right knee down, chest up. Exhale, back foot forward, fold. Inhale, hands above head. Exhale, hands to heart center in prayer. Deep inhale in, full exhale out. And on your next inhale in, hands above head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling in to lift to flat back. You can raise your hands up to be at thighs, shins, or keep them flat on the mat as long as you can find a nice flat back, keeping a little bit of an arch or an intention for an arch in your back to find that nice flat back. Exhale, releasing your head, folding forward. Inhale, lifting up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, last one, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Either keeping your hands on the ground, shins or ankles, wherever is accessible for you. On our next inhale in, we are going to drop our hips, keeping our stomach on our thighs or as close to our thighs as we can. And exhale, extend hips up. Inhale, drop. Exhale, extend. Inhale, drop. Exhale, extend. Inhale, drop. Last one. Exhale, extend. Now grounding your hands to frame your feet. Stepping back to a plank position. Inhaling in to pull your shoulders forward. Exhaling to come down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Grounding down through your pointer finger and thumb, pressing through your hands, elevating your shoulders towards your ears, maybe finding a little bend in your knees to find a full flat back here. Breathing in and exhaling fully. Down dog. Just taking a moment in stillness here before we get into the full practice. On your next inhale in, raise your right leg up to the sky, bend your knee, and draw big circles with your knee forward. Breathing in as you come forward, exhaling, coming back and around. And on your next inhale, switch directions. Finding your last exhale, and then bringing your knee through to your nose and stepping your right foot in between your hands to find a lunge. Inhaling, bringing hands above head. Exhale, hands down and out to the side. High lunge warrior. Squaring the hips, keeping front knee over front ankle, pressing through your back foot. Breathing deep. One more inhale in, and on your next exhale, drop your back knee to the ground. Untuck your toes of your back foot and find your hands a little bit further back. Your fingertips are in line with your ankle. And on an inhale, push your hips back to find a runner's lunge. Your hip should be stacked over your back knee and back as straight as you possibly can. Exhaling, coming forward. Inhaling, coming back. Right now, trying to keep your front foot on the ground. When you pull back, point through your toe, stretch through the front of your shin and top of your foot. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, come back. Exhale, forward, knee over ankle. Exhale, back, hip over knee. Last time, when you find yourself back in the half split position, we're going to stay here and keeping your body as still as possible. We're going to find a flex and point in your front foot to floss the sciatic nerve in the back of your leg. Flexing and pointing, flexing and pointing. Breathing deep. This is and can be a very large and in charge sensation. If it feels right for you, you can kind of wave through your foot, curling your toe in and then flexing your foot as you come forward and then pulling your toes in. Just to bring attention somewhere else. And on the next time you point your foot forward, exhale, bring your knee back over your ankle of your front foot. And we are going to ground on an inhale in. We're inhale in, ground your left hand next to your right foot. Exhale, take a moment here, dropping your hips as low as they can go. And on your next inhale in, pulling your right arm up towards the sky and twisting towards your right knee. Deep breaths in here. One more breath in, and on your exhale, drop your right hand down to the ground, and we are going to make sure we are forward with our weight in our back knee. And on our next inhale in, we are going to pull our ankle towards our glute, or at least try our best. Go as far as you can go. And when you release down, exhale, inhale, pull in, exhale, release down. We're going to do 3 more of these. Inhale in, exhale down, inhale, pull in, exhale, foot down. Last one, inhale in, holding here, do not release. We're going to take our right hand, grab our left ankle, take your shoulder to your right knee, and really pull through your back leg. Deep inhale in to the bottom of your belly, full exhale out, really enjoying the stretch through the front of your hip on your left side. And on your exhale, you can turn your right foot out to the side, flip the grip of your foot, and open your chest up to the right. Deep breath in here, and on an exhale, make sure you have a good grip of your hand and extend your leg back, opening up through your chest and actively pulling through the front of your hip. Pulling away, away, away. Nice stretch through the front of your shoulder. Still pulling in with your hand, but pushing away with the top of your foot. Deep breath in, exhale out. Placing your right hand back to frame, your right foot coming back to your low lunge. And on your next breath cycle, you can wiggle your right foot over to the left side of your mat to drop your outer right thigh towards the ground to find a pigeon posture. Now today we're going to do a very active pigeon posture. We're engaging through our outer right leg, pushing down into the ground with our ankle and pushing through the top of our left foot. Breathing in, stretching our chest up, exhaling, keep pushing. We're finding a little PNF stretching here. Exhale, release the effort in your legs for just a moment. And on your next inhale in, pressing through, down through your front leg and down through your back foot. Inhaling in, we are going to bring our hands up to our ears. If this is too much for you, then you can keep them on your legs or the ground, but try your best to bring them up. And on an exhale, we are going to fold forward. Inhale, raise, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, raise, exhale, forward. Inhale, raise, exhale, forward. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhaling up, last one, exhaling down. And releasing down, releasing your arms down to the ground. We're going to relax at the bottom of our pigeon stretch here. Breathing deep into your hips, releasing any tension we may be holding, telling our body this is a safe and comfortable position for us to be in. One more deep inhale into the bottom of your belly, and on your exhale, press into your hands to lift up. Inhaling in, bending your left knee to bring it forward. So you're sitting in a 90-90 relative. Your front knee is a little bit further forward. Taking a deep breath in here, feeling the stretch. And on an exhale, we are going to drop back to our elbows, really engaging your left glute, driving the front of your hip towards the sky to get a deep stretch again in the front of the hamstring. Breathing deep and fully relaxing into this stretch, but also to tell your mind that this is a range that is comfortable in your body. On your next inhale in, press up through your elbows into your hands to come up, finding your hands on the mat in front of you, stepping your left foot back, and you can come through a one-legged Vinyasa, optional on this side. Meet in downward facing dog. Taking one deep breath in stillness in down dog, and a full exhale out. Breathing in, lifting your left leg towards the sky, bending your knee, and starting to draw big circles with your left knee. Inhaling, coming forward, exhaling, back and around. Trying to keep your shoulders as square to the ground as possible. And on our next inhale in, switch directions. Last circle here. Breathe in and bring your left knee up through to place in between your hands to find a lunge. Inhaling in, hands above head. Exhale, dropping them strong and straight out to the sides, front knee over front ankle, high lunge warrior. Taking one more breath cycle in here. Deep breath in, and on the exhale, drop your back knee down. Placing your hands so your fingertips are in line with your front ankle. On an inhale and exhale, push your hips back, half split. Inhale, come forward, knee over ankle. Exhale, half split. Inhale, forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Last exhale, holding here, keeping your body as still as possible and finding that flex and point in your front foot to floss your sciatic nerve on your left side. One more flex and point, and on an inhale in, shift your weight forward, front knee over front ankle, grounding your right hand into the ground next to the left arch of your foot. Inhaling in, opening your hand up to the sky, exhaling to relax your body. finding a twist. Inhaling in once more, and on the exhale, dropping left hand back down to mat. And with your weight forward, make sure it's not in your kneecap. On your next inhale in, you're going to pull your right ankle towards your right glute. Exhale, back down, inhale, pull ankle in, exhale, down, inhale, in, exhale, down, inhale, in, exhale, down, inhale, in, and down, and in, down. Last one, and reach back with your left hand, grab the top of your foot or ankle and really pull your foot towards your glute. Feel that deep stretch in the front of your hip flexor on your right side. Breathing deep, exhaling fully, signaling to your brain, this is safe. On your next inhale in, flip your hand, open your left toes up to 45, and open your chest up to your left side. Exhaling, pushing back through your right foot to find a deep stretch in your left shoulder and chest, really opening up here. One more breath here. And on the exhale, letting go of your back foot, finding your left hand on the ground, and walking your left foot across your mat to find your pigeon posture on this side. Make sure that your left hip is only dropping as low as your right front thigh can go on the ground. If you're up here, that's okay. Get a cushion, a block, a pillow, anything that works best for you to support your left glute. Making sure on your inhale in, we are pressing through your outer left leg and top of your right foot. All of the energy going down into the ground, pressing away, lifting your upper body up. Taking a nice breath in here. Feeling all that effort and working those muscles, waking them up on this side. And exhale, relax through the muscles. Inhale, activate, bring your hands up towards your ears, and on an exhale, drop forward. Inhale, lift up, exhale, drop down. Inhale, lift up, exhale, drop down. Inhale, lift up, exhale, drop down. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Up and down, up and down. Continuing to push through your legs. Last one, down, and relax at the bottom of your pigeon. Relaxing fully through your legs, feeling all that effort that you were putting in to the ground. Breathing deep and relaxing. On your next inhale in, push your hands into the ground, lift up, exhale, bring your right knee forward towards your left foot to find almost a 90-90. It's still kind of a little bit more bent than that. And then Taking an inhale in, lift the chest up. Exhale, leaning back, dropping onto our elbows, engaging our right glute, and pressing the front of our hip up towards the sky to finish out with a nice deep stretch on this side. Breathing deep into the bottom of your belly, exhaling to signal to your brain and nervous system that you are flexible. This is a safe position to be in. One more inhale in, exhale, push up, finding your hands at the front of your mat, extending your right leg back, pressing into your toes, lifting up to find a vinyasa on this side. Upward dog, and exhale, down dog. One breath in here, pressing through your hands, extending through your spine, grounding through your feet. Exhale, drop your knees to the ground, untuck your toes, and walk your hands forward. You want to try and keep your hips above your knees, and we're going to drop our chest towards the ground for a puppy posture. Breathing deep down into your belly, exhaling, completely relaxing. On your next inhale in, you're going to press through your hands, and on an exhale, you're going to pull your navel up to your spine, keeping your hands grounded. You're pulling up through the upper back of your body, kind of doming navel to spine. Exhale, drop chest to the ground, finding some spinal flex in your puppy posture. Exhaling, drawing navel in, inhaling, dropping chest to ground. Exhale, navel to spine, inhale, chest to ground. Exhale, navel to spine, last time. Exhale, chest to ground. On your next inhale in, tuck your toes, walk your hands back towards the back of the mat to find yourself sitting up, toes tucked, bum on top of heels for a nice stretch through the base of your feet. If you spend a lot of time on your feet, this might be a quite intense stretch. So take it however suits you. Trying to stay in it as long as possible, breathing deep and releasing all the tension. On your next inhale in, we are going to walk our hands back to the front of the mat, dropping our bellies down to the ground, and we will find our hands lift up, extend overhead, lifting your legs up off the ground, inhaling in here, and holding on the exhale. On your next inhale in, try and pull up even further. Exhale, still staying up, but relaxing in the position. Inhale, lift a little bit more. Exhale to go down a little bit. Inhale, lift, and hold as high as you can. Engaging the back body, engaging the legs. Exhale, release. Inhaling in, pulling your left and right ankle in, grabbing the tops of your feet or ankles with your hands. And on an exhale, kicking through your feet to raise up to a boat pose. Make sure we're breathing deep, giving all of our muscles the oxygen they need, signaling to our nervous system we are capable of these positions. One more inhale in, and on the exhale, dropping back down to the belly, releasing your ankles, finding your left hand at a 90-degree angle, upper arm straight out from shoulder, and on an exhale, press into the ground with your left hand, taking your right toes up and over the left side of your body to tap the ground behind you. Inhale, come back to your belly. Exhale, tap toes behind and twist. Inhale, belly, tap toes on exhale. Inhale, belly, exhale, tap toes. Inhale, belly, exhale, tap toes, and this time try and ground through your foot, feeling a nice stretch through your spine, but also the front of your shoulder, making sure your hand on both sides is fully grounded. Breathing deep, relaxing and releasing tension. One more deep breath in here, and on your exhale, coming back to your belly and reversing the arm position. So right arm out from shoulder, 90-degree angle, head looking left, left hand pressing into ground, breathing in, and on an exhale, bring your left toes up and over to your right side to tap. Inhale, belly, exhale, tap toes. Inhale, belly, exhale, tap toes. Inhale, belly, exhale, tap. Inhale, belly, exhale, tap. Inhale to your belly and exhale, tap, but ground through your foot. This time we're here to stay for a moment. Breathing deep, feeling that stretch in the front of your right shoulder and chest. Exhaling to relax and signal calm to your nervous system. One more deep inhale in, and on your exhale, coming back to your belly, you can reach whatever hand suits you up above your head and roll over that same side to come onto your back body. Last exercise here, we are going to inhale in, bring our right knee to our chest, grabbing behind your right thigh. And on an exhale, we are going to extend as far as we can through our right foot. Inhale, drop your foot down. Exhale, extend. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, extend. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, extend. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, extend. And this time, we'll stay in the extension, breathing deep. You can slide your hand up to your shin or ankle to pull it closer to your right shoulder. Staying grounded through your left side the whole time. Breathing deep. Noticing where you're at today, or maybe the difference that you had from now to the beginning of sensation in your body. One more deep breath in, and on your exhale out, release your right leg back to the ground. And on your next inhale, pulling your left knee towards your chest, clasping your hands behind your left thigh. And exhaling to extend through your left leg. Inhale, drop your left foot. Exhale, extend. Keeping a nice point through your left leg and keeping a nice point through your left foot. Inhale, drop. Exhale, extend. Inhale, drop. Exhale, extend. Inhale, drop. Exhale, extend. Inhale, drop. Exhale. Last time, we are going to hold here in the extension, and if it feels right for you, sliding your hand up your leg to mirror whatever you did on the opposite side, keeping everything even as possible. Breathing deep, relaxing. Pulling your leg up towards your shoulder to feel a nice deep stretch while keeping the right side of your body grounded. One more deep breath in, and on the exhale, release your legs down to the ground. Maybe walking your ankles to a mat width apart. Let your feet drop out to the sides, along with your hands, pulling your shoulder blades under your back body so you can lay flat and comfortable. To let your breath return to a normal rhythm. Release all of your muscles, any tension you may be holding in your face, your core, any of your arms or legs. Shavasana. Take an inhale in, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. And whenever you're ready, pull your knees into your chest and start to rock back and forth on your spine to get a little massage in your back body. And then rocking all the way up to a seated position to close. One more deep breath in here and exhale out together. Thank you very much for joining me in this yoga for flexibility sequence. Like this video if you feel a little bit more flexible than you were when you started, and keep coming back to it as often as you can to find a deeper and more enjoyable, to find a deepening in your practice and more flexibility. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one.